I've got my coffee. Do you? I've also got cookies because, you know, I'm really fat like that. So good. So good. I know no one likes watching that. So just when you thought that I was gonna do a part 2 on the what's the best blank game, PS3 and PS4 are gonna have to wait, I'm afraid. But we will get there. We will. In time. No, but today we are gonna be ranking. We're not gonna be ranking at all, actually. Well, I've come prepared. Today, instead of any kind of ranking system, I'm just gonna show you my PC collection. And you're not, when I say PC collection, I don't mean, you know, digital. Digital. Who even cares, right? So, before the days of, you know, downloading your games onto Steam, Epic Games, Origin. I'm sorry. No, before that we used to have discs. Yeah, that's right. Discs, actual physical copies of things. And I know most people aren't ancient, or most people are ancient like me and they remember this. Sorry, but it's true. Anyone who used to use those discs are probably as old as I am. I'm 24 years old, and yeah, I grew up in the 2000s, so yeah. Go discs! Yeah! I'm so young. I'm so, yeah, 24. Life's just gonna get worse, isn't it? No, I'm joking. But yeah, to get to the point, we're gonna be looking at all of my PC games. I'm just gonna be showing you them. I'm gonna be displaying them just to get a feel again. And to be honest, I'm very knowledgeable about these games because, you know, I'll never forget them. They were all very good. They were all great games. And yeah, there's no way in hell I'd forget. I'm not even being big-headed. I know these games. Unlike the PS2 games, which, you know, everyone played PS2. I hadn't touched, or I probably touched some of these PC games pretty recently, maybe one or two of them. I'll always cherish them because I think, you know, there's just something about a physical copy of a game. Like I got, it's not a PC game, but like I got Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy on PS4 4 years ago. Oh my god. 4 years ago, 2017. That's not even, is that 5 years now? Oh god. Well, anyway, yeah, I got the physical copy of that game because I just couldn't stand to get a Crash game on digital. I just couldn't do it. It wasn't gonna happen. The same goes for the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I think the year or two later, I just couldn't get the digital versions. I had to have a physical copy. You get it, right? You're old, like me. We're still young. We're still very young. And, you know, we're in our heyday. We're in our prime. It ain't over till it's over. Okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be very different to the PS2 game. What's the best PS2 game? This is gonna be just me showing you my collection. I've been collecting these games since probably 2005, 2004 maybe. Well, maybe 2007. Yeah, I know I'm really terrible with time. Done stores, cookies, white chocolate chip. Excellent. I've been meaning to do this one for a good few weeks. Some real life problems kind of got in the way, but here we are. So I've got 2 copies of Flight Simulator X. This is a game that I played a billion kajillion times. I've probably installed and uninstalled over the course of like the last 10 years since it came out. Actually, this came out in 2009. Yeah. 2006, oh my god, I'm not as good as I thought I was. 2006, I bought one of these in Smith's, which is a toy store here. Toy shop. There should be a receipt somewhere, unless there's like another box But I bought this, yeah, must have bought it in 2006, and I remember buying it for like 60 euro maybe, something like that. But great game, you know. I know they're not really games, but to me they were, and they really, these simulator games really gave me like a fascination, like a passion for flying and for planes and everything. I don't know, I just love planes. Like I even have the Concorde. This is my brother's, I think. So are these. These are Flight Simulator 2002. As real as it gets. I can't zoom in there, so I'm not gonna mess up my setup. Like the Flight Simulator games have come a long way. If you've seen the 2020 version, like wow. And they went into a hiatus after Flight Simulator X for like a good 10, like what's to actually probably 15 years of no games. So yeah, I mean they've come a long way over the years. Onto a more sort of game, a more game related thing, an actual game. I have, of course, Mass Effect. I played Mass Effect 2 first, which is here somewhere. Here it is. And I love this game. I love this with all my heart. And I bought it for 40 euros in probably some GameStop. And I mean, I bought, it says 2010. I probably actually did buy it in 2010. Maybe 2011. Back when BioWare wasn't shit. Mass Effect, the first one, you know, I played it afterwards, and the problem with Mass Effect 2 was that I just could not, for the life of me, beat those puzzles. You know, the ones where you're, if I remember, you're like going through little pipes or like, no, you're hacking something. You're hacking something, and it's like a terminal, and I couldn't beat it. I was halfway through the game and everything. And in Mass Effect 1, I don't think they even had them, which was great. But then even in this one, I remember fighting pretty early in the game and finding it took the combat too hard. I'm such a loser. I'm such a noob. We have Star Wars. Focus camera. Star Wars, the best of PC. With very horrible grease stains all over the box. I don't know if that's picking that up. That's because that's been in that press for maybe 10 years. Yeah. Bastilla on the front. Vader, of course. Stormtrooper and Republic Commando. That's right, I know my Star Wars. And this was brilliant because it didn't just come with those characters. It came with 5 games. 5 of the greatest Star Wars games. You got Star Wars Empire at War, that big strategy game. Not a fan of strategy games myself. You know, those games where you're strategizing a war, or you're what's the word for it? Yeah, you're laying out this big battle, and it's just, I don't know even how to describe it. Knights of the Old Republic. I actually just replayed this, not with my original copy though. I bought it off, or no, my brother bought it on Steam. Jamie bought it on Steam, and I just played his copy. I'm trying to play the second one now. Might just pirate that. Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Jedi Knight, and Jedi Out Knight 2. No, what am I saying? Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. I haven't played that much because I don't know if you ever played that game, but the controls are really difficult, if I can recall. But then maybe that was just kid me not knowing how to use a keyboard. Gotta go back to that, no. Republic Commando never worked on my computer or my laptop. I don't know what was up with that, but oh my god. We have a Kotor, speaking of Kotor 2, the Sith Lords, we have a pirated copy of that probably doesn't work. Yeah. We have Hollywood, the director's cut, unopened. I don't even want to touch this because I recall some very disgusting things happening with this, and what I mean by that is that it fell into a very horrible place at one point, like a toilet or something. If that makes sense. Wash my hands. I mean, it's not like the bacteria could live for over 10 years, right? We have 2 copies of the best game ever. The winner of the Lover Brothers, what's the best PS2 game on the PS2? If this was a ranking system, it would still win. We have 2 copies. could not tell you which one's my original one, but judging by the grease, it's like grime or something, whatever you call it. It's probably this one here. Oh god, Jesus. And then the inside we have a pirated copy of Vice City, which I don't know why you would need. Maybe you'd need it in 2010, pre-2010 maybe. Nowadays you can get that game for $5. I love this because I'm not ranking them, you know? I'm just talking about how great they all are. Now, have you ever heard of sold out software? Well, if you haven't, back in the 2000s, when I was a kid, I was just a boy, there was this thing in all of the game stores, all the game shops, called Sold Out, where they would label their brand over cult games, or any games really, any PC games, and they would sell them as a distributor for the, I think it was just for EA games, it seems like. Yeah, Sold Out is an authorized electronic arts distributor. Maybe it was just for EA, I don't know. I don't know why anyone would want to work for EA. But I nearly threw them away. But anyway, we have SimCity 3000 UK edition. One of my all-time favorite games. I just used to play this so much, and I never was good at it. I just loved the disasters and like ruining my city within 5 minutes. Just such a great game, and you know, there's something special, I think, about the old Sim games, The Sims, you know, all the old Sim cities. They obviously weren't as good, and as for The Sims, it just, I don't know what happened after The Sims 3. Like, Sims 3 was good, but then Sims 4 was just mediocre. I don't know what was going on there. We have SWAT 3 Close Quarters Battle. I have like very distinct, very old memories of playing this with my brothers. Couldn't tell you much about the game itself, but you can imagine. And Flight 3 Unlimited, one of the early flight simulators that came out around the time of Flight Simulator 2002 or 2004. The disc is still in here. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't bet that it would work, because the thing about Sold Out is that they had their own launcher, not launcher, like an old, like, I'll show a picture here, like an old installer. An old installer that I don't know if it needs like online connection to work, but I'm not sure it would work today. I want to test these all out though. I think I will. It's very interesting. Some more cookies, maybe. We have The Sims 2 Pets. €16 it says. It was definitely like a, I'm not sure, was this a pirated version? No, the actual disc is in there. Oh god, what's falling from it? I love this game. Not, Sims 2 Pets, maybe not. Wasn't the best. Definitely on the console versions it was really bad. But yeah, this looks like it was from that old retailer, UK Irish retailer Game, which was before GameStop came to Ireland. Was the big thing. This blank box is, everything's falling out. I mean, it's very old, like pen saying The Sims 2 Disc 4. I obviously didn't own the original Sims 2. Outside of maybe a deluxe pack. Don't know why I had like, I was trying to pirate this. You know, back in the day it was a lot harder to pirate these games. You had to, if you didn't know how to work the exe files, I think you more or less had to burn the ISO all the time, because there was a lot less digital copies of games as far as I'm aware. And just based on experience, unless I was just being a dumb kid, I don't think it was that easy just to like download like a zip file or a RAR file of like the whole game with like a crack in there or something. I don't think that existed as much as it does now. And even now it's getting harder again, because like the game companies are like catching on to it, and like, well, they've always been onto it, but like as far as like say Rockstar goes, it took nearly 4 years for Red Dead Redemption 2 just to get like a crack. Another pile, all the Sims games, nearly every expansion pack for The Sims 3. I'm not gonna really, should I list them? Do I have time? Before I do, anyway, we have The Sims 2 Double Deluxe. This was the version that I was talking about, where you get the 3 games. You get The Sims 2, you get Nightlife, and you get a Celebration stuff pack. And before The Sims 3 came out, I used to play this all the time, and I just love it so much. I have 2 copies of it. Again, couldn't tell you which one was the original. Kid me. bought in the shops. But The Sims 2 Double Deluxe, or The Sims 2 obviously is it's like 2003, 2004, 2005, maybe 2005. So I want to shout out to me and Jamie's good friend Keen Cusack for giving all of these to us for free, because you know, he's just a great guy. He's just good like that, you know. Just kidding, he's a dick. I'm sorry, Keen. I love you, man. We have some of these are actually my copies of the packs, so we're gonna have some duplicates. This is my original copy of The Sims 3, and I believe this is the UK cover art, UK and Ireland cover art, or the European cover art. I know in the US there was different cover art, that's for sure. But correct me on that, editor. Me? Yeah. And I got this. There's definitely a receipt in this one. Maybe I was confusing this with having the receipt with Flight Simulator X. Here you go. Bought this for 60 as well, just like Flight Simulator X. But it says I'm lying, and it says it's 40. So there you go, 40 euro. But oh, what does that say? I have to hold it in the light just to read it. It's so faded. I think it says I paid with 60. That's what it was. Yeah, very old receipt, very faded. Smith's Toy Stores from mid 2009, when I was only 11 years old and so young, so innocent, so soft. So one of these, of course, is my copy of Ambitions, and then there's Keen's copy. World Adventures, never had it, so I'm glad I have it now. I heard it was never that good anyway. Yeah, this is the other version. Perhaps it's not like it wasn't a regional difference in the cover art. Maybe it was just later versions. Maybe that's where I'm wrong with that. Ambitions, no DLC. This is not my version. Late Night, I think this might be. I remember Late Night was definitely the one I bought. Anyway, yeah, Late Night. I don't think Keen actually has a copy of that one, so maybe that is my copy. Late Night was great. You had like, it's basically the Sims 3 version of nightlife. Yeah, you could just go to clubs, bars, downtown kind of thing. It featured Katy Perry singing in Simlish. Show that clip.
Yarmy Denzel table dupes, Ibiduka mimi shoops, Hippie keeps up for goop.
Yeah, very strange, but it had some funny music as well. I remember me and Jamie used to think the music was like hilarious in this one, because they were turning like obviously real songs, as they do I think even today, into Simlish. Sims 3 pets, drastic improvement over the Sims 2 pets. I noticed that Sims 2 had its own like create a sim customizer, I forgot the name. But with the Sims 3, I think you had like a new color feature. I haven't played them in a while, so I'm really, yeah, I'm ruining my whole like, oh, I know everything thing. 2 copies of outdoor living stuff. Really want to play these again, but the problem is that every time you play a Sims game these days, you kind of, well, for me anyway, speaking for myself, I get bored within a few minutes of like raising the first family and stuff. Generations, Ambitions, that was also a one that I got. There's that I can tell you which one's mine because, see, Kex, yeah, I definitely didn't buy it in Kex. CX, whatever. Another copy of World Adventures. The thing with Generations though, I was very confused about this because I think they just added more features to doing what you usually do in The Sims, which is making generations. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all my PC games that I can find on hand that are like physical copies. Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. I got some old, like, I have like loads of these big piles of different discs, and I'm sure there's millions of like pirated games on here, but we won't have the time to go through all them. You'd have to, like, there's so many blank discs that you'd have to go through every single one of them, which I actually like doing, to be honest, just not for a video. Sorry. But yeah, that's all the games, all of my PC games. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, and if you like coffee, you'll subscribe. If you like coffee, you will subscribe. And please like the video as well, that also obviously helps. So thanks for watching. You can share the video if you feel like it on your Instagram, whatever. If you don't want it, that's fine too, but we'd really appreciate it. So remember, be a pal, be a pal and subscribe. Coffee. Yeah, so I'm tired now, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But let me know if you want to in the comments which game that I've shown today that you like the most. Could be even a game series, an individual game, what have you. Whichever game is your favorite, let me know. And also, we have our TikTok, not forgetting. Posting highlights regularly on that, as much as we can. Another series, like we had Good Morning Lizard for a while. That sort of fell through, but it might come back. We did what we said we'd do. We made it for a week and tested it out. We probably should have done it for longer, but you know, life gets in the way. If you do all that, you know, like, subscribe, and share, comment, you will get a cookie and a free bag of coffee. And if you're wondering my favorite, I don't have one. Sorry. I love them all. But anyway, guys, that's all I have time for. So I'll see you next time. Probably another reaction video, who knows. We have a lot of stuff in the pipeline and we're hoping to get some more videos out regularly. As for my last video, apologies for that. I know it was a bit of a shorter, weirder one. I made that a few years ago, and although I like it, it's just, obviously it seems out of place with the present day, because it is. It's not, it was shot a few years ago. But I hope you liked it regardless. It doesn't seem to be gaining much traction, but like, I get that. So yeah, but here it is. There's gonna be a link in the outro anyway if you want to watch that. I'll let you guys go because I gotta go. Thanks for watching, guys. Until then.
Shut up!